Welcome back to Weekend Smile. Today we're diving into the world of hair care with a focus on a revolutionary treatment that's transforming how we manage textured hair. Joining us to tell us about this innovative hair treatment is Andreen Rose Cephas, a certified trichologist from Hair Extreme. Welcome, Andreen. How are you doing?
I'm well, thanks.
I see you're quite busy. Right?
Yes.
Clipping away, cutting away,
Yes.
sectioning the hair. So can you explain what texture release is? What's that all about?
All right, so what texture release really is, it's a semi-permanent treatment that allows textured hair to be flexible and versatile in such a way that you're straight today and then you're curly tomorrow. You know, with everything that's going on with relaxers, this is now a good chance for persons who have decided to go natural but wants to be flexible with heat.
Okay.
So the texture releases was really designed for real women of color, textured hair, and it's specifically comprised of amino acids.
Okay, and that's what makes it different from a relaxer or a keratin treatment.
All right, so now keratin in itself too is also a part of the texture release system. It's just a different kind of texture release. It's totally different from the relaxer in that a relaxer will permanently straighten your hair, while the texture release, as it said, is going to semi-permanent alter the textured part of your hair, leaving it still curly. Okay,
you mentioned that, you know, texture release, this application was made for women of color or for persons, you know, with curly or, you know, possibly C4 hair maybe, you know, just not a straight hair. But I mean, what other hair types would be perfect for texture release?
Well, any hair type that is natural. Naturally curly, naturally textured, naturally coily, from 2 right down to 4.
Okay.
We wouldn't want to be putting it on straight hair because it's already straight. Right, right.
All right, what are the benefits of using the texture release application?
All right, so the benefits of the texture release application is flexible, it's versatile, but not only that, it also gives you a chance to have pliable scalp. You know, sometimes you have scalp that is itchy, flaky because of the amino acid comprise in it. Then it allows your hair to be clean. It gives you clean scalp, it gives you healthy hair, and it prolongs longevity of your silken style. Okay.
All right, what are you actually doing now?
All right, so we prepared our model just before we came here. What I'm actually doing is just giving our finishing touches.
Okay.
So we put our texture release on, we shampooed, we blow dried, and now we are just silking it out.
Okay, so basically that's just the process that you walked us through. You put it on the hair?
No, you clean. It has to go on a clean hair.
Okay.
Right, so the first step of it is to provide a clean hair. So we do our first thing with cleaning, like a regular shampoo. And then we follow with our dilator, which is step 2.
Okay.
So this gives the hair a chance to absorb the incoming treatment. And then we finish up with our styling solution.
Okay.
The process normally takes like about anywhere between 45 minutes to an hour.
Okay. And are there any possible allergens or concerns when using the texture release application?
Well, naturally, with any treatment at all, especially any treatment that has to do with beauty services, you are required to do a patch test.
Okay.
Right? You don't know. Sometimes, even though the products are natural, persons don't get allergic to natural products as well. So it's good to do a patch test, especially if persons have suffered before from allergies. So you always want to try and do a patch test before, just to ensure that you don't have any irregularities going on.
Okay. How often should we do the texture release application?
Well, the process will last you right up to 6 weeks, 6 to 12 weeks. Sometimes it depends on the persons. Because it will remain on the hair if it's not heat styled, because it's very flexible. So you can put it on your hair and you don't have to use heat. You can actually use spirals or keep it natural, depending on how straight you want your hair. That is how the heat is gonna come in. So it lasts anywhere between 4 to 6 weeks. Some persons go 12 weeks, or until they feel the roots coming in and getting very nappy.
Thick again. Okay, I was going to talk a little bit about maintenance of this, because you don't always have to straighten your hair if you've applied it.
No, you don't. That's why it is very flexible and versatile. So you can do your twist outs, you can do your spirals, you can do your Nubian knots, you can do whatever you want to do with it.
Okay. It just makes your hair a little bit easier to manage.
Versatile and pliable. So if you don't want it straight, you don't go heat. If you want to have it straight, then you go to heat styling. Okay,
all right. Do you say that, or would you possibly say that it becomes permanent if you just continuously do it?
No, it will never become permanent because the heat is going to remove the treatment.
Okay.
So there is a thing with the texture release art. So in comparison to silk presses, the texture release is the bridge between the heat and your hair. So unless it's heated, it will not elongate. Once there's no heat, it's gonna really maintain your curl pattern. So if I should shampoo Lene, let's just say now, go and get her hair very saturated or very wet, she's going to go right back to being in our kinky state with a little bit of flexibility and a little bit of versatility, but she'll predominantly still be almost natural.
Okay, what do you think sets it apart in terms of performance and the results? What sets it apart from everything else? That's so
everything else in comparison to relaxers? Or, well, first and foremost, it's not permanent. And if you have your natural hair, you've been growing your natural hair out for many, many moons, and you just want to change and go straight, you wouldn't.
Just a different look.
Just a different look. You don't want to go to relaxers, because relaxers are going to make it permanent. Where the relaxer goes, the treatment doesn't go.
Okay.
Right, so the relaxer is going to permanently alter your hair, making it bone straight.
Okay, and in terms of like a keratin treatment, you know, how is it?
Well, it depends on the keratin treatment, because you have several types of keratin treatments. The one we use in salon has no formaldehyde, and that's by choice.
Okay.
Because formaldehyde over time, for me personally, is poison, and so I don't want to get my clients in that at all. So the ones that we use in salon is almost like the texture release. As I said, texture release is a brand for overly curly hair. It just so happens that one company chose to name their product texture release, but it's really a textured survey, whether it is the keratin or the texture release service by that particular company. Okay,
and for persons who want to do, you know, texture release applications, what kind of training is required?
All right, so like for me, I was trained all the way back in 2014 when I worked as a technical educator with the Avalon Industries. Definitely, like with any other chemical services, you need to be properly trained, because though it might be simple, there can be implications. So you want to be trained by somebody that is actually certified and not just go off and do because you think I can do. Because like with anything else, you might fall into trouble, and you don't want to have that.
Okay. And I mean, you're quite busy, you know. I see you're doing a lot of these applications now. If persons want to come and try it out, how can we find you?
Well, we are at Shop 15B in the New Kingston Business Center, and our number is 906-1193.
Yeah, and in terms of the feedback, you know, from your customers who have tried this kind of treatment, what has that been like for you?
It has been nothing but good. Like, for, you know, we're in the age where persons are going natural. Persons want to go natural, and some persons just basically want flexibility. So, like, for my clientele, it's very diverse. And as such, I do have a lot of persons that still do relaxers, but I do have a lot of persons that want flexible hair. And two, not everybody's a candidate for a relaxer. Not everybody's a candidate for the texture release. So you just have to choose the good that you want.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm here to help them, because normally what we do, we have a full-blown consultation to ensure that persons don't really want to come out of natural hair. They would just want a little change. Yeah. So once we have ascertained that, then we decide to choose to tell them whether or not we want the use the keratin, or
which one
we
would
want
work
to
best
use,
for them.
Right, the texture release.
I see where the texture release application also works well with color, because she has some color in the front of her hair, and that don't affect the process none at all.
No, it doesn't. But though, for color, unless it's like a demi-permanent color or such, you don't want to do it on the same day.
Okay, all right.
You don't want to do it on the same day. You still want to give it the same amount of time as you would any permanent treatment, because you don't want to remove the treatment from the hair without it being settled in. Okay. Putting it in a nutshell. So that's basically what it really is.
Okay. All right, Andrina, see you have here, is it a what is this, a curler with a brush? With some heat? What is that you have in your hand there?
All right.
You have to walk us through before we close. Like, show me something as close to the finished product as you can.
All right.
get.
So that's what that's what I'm actually rushing to do, because I know we have a little bit of time.
Yeah, man, we're almost out of time.
Right. So and let me just do a little section so that you can see it.
Yeah.
All right. So this is actually an in-styler. This gives you a chance to be curly.
Yeah, do it at the front for me, Andrew.
At the front?
See what's happening, right?
All right. So
you're gonna add some curls, or
a little bit of bones, not so much curls, right?
Yeah,
but a little bit of bones.
Hey. All right. A little heat, a little brush, a little curl. Ooh, fancy! I need one of these.
Yes, but you gotta be very careful with it.
Yeah,
because
it's fancy,
the heat is to the scalp, so it's very good, but you gotta be very careful with it.
No, this is like a magician. I'm here taking it in. I'm like, I've never seen one of these devices. You have heat, you have brush, you have curl all in one. Okay. Oh, look at that. Look at that curl at the front. It gave it some body. Yes.
Right. So
love it. All right. Turn to the camera. Ooh, look at that. In one go. And bam, just like that. Okay, we're actually out of time though, Andreen. Thank you so much for speaking with us this morning, telling us all about this brand new application. I mean, another option for persons who love natural hair but love a straight look every now and then. So thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for being our wonderful model, sitting pretty but getting all dolled up. That was trichologist Andreen Rose Cephas. More on Weekend Smile after the break.
Black girl with